And taking off Inside the Ties weekly recap every Friday, episode 38. Episode 38. So we got a lot to get into. Let me hit the start button. 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Let's start rolling. All right. Last year, when Puma started to see an increase in their share prices started to increase, they started getting more sales because of Rihanna, obviously, and that was an influencer effect. But I said that Puma couldn't sustain that growth, and I'm starting to reconsider that. But the reason I said Puma couldn't sustain it was because Puma was not attracting any male customers. What Puma's done in the last few months, though, has been actually kind of inspiring. They have a select running group of shoes. The Blaze of Glory color shift, this shoe right here in the picture. And then they have this Evo knit. And the shoes look great. They don't have any real marketing behind the shoes for men yet, but what they are doing is continuing to release products that will actually cater to guys who might be interested in wearing their brand. So they release with Kith this limited edition um, Sugi Shinsei, and this one is the limited edition one, the olive and red. But my favorite, obviously, is this white version of the shoe. Now, if you've seen, trying to think of what shoe it is, the there's a Nike shoe that has this kind of shroud over the front of it. I can't even think of which shoe it is right now. It just kind of slips my mind. I apologize. But they have this nice shroud over the top of it and a kind of an asymmetric lacing system, which it isn't asymmetric because the shroud covers it. It just looks that way. But this is a Evo Knit sock liner. I mean, it's a great looking shoe from Puma. And like I said, they are going all in and delivering a lot of information about the brand, the history of the brand. And if you go to the Size website, Size is a great sneaker shop over in London, you can find a video on the Puma archives. And like I said, Puma's doing a lot of work right now. They're trying to sustain this growth. But as far as I'm concerned, it's still only in women's, and they haven't really crossed over into the men's category yet, even though they just signed Big Sean, but I don't think that's going to really push the needle for anything. Now, Under Armour always has something going on. This week it was a good thing. Now, coming up on their April 27th first quarter conference call, they needed some good information. Here, they've taken a Spelman grad, Jerry L. DeVard, and they nominated her for the board of directors. Now, in the same time that they have this great piece of information coming out in regard to diversity, we get Sarah Germano of the Wall Street Journal reporting that Kevin Plank made $73 million off of Under Armour in dealings to his own private company. There's always something, and this is before the conference call. You have to build up confidence in your shareholders when you're getting ready to have these conference calls, because a couple of bad things and it tanks the whole momentum, which there isn't any momentum with Under Armour right now. And this is not, I don't know how this is going to affect things, but it's something we all should look at. Now, this moves me towards a marketing discussion. We're counting down. I'm going to start that back up because I was going to run over. You got 50 seconds. Kendrick Lamar. Nike Cortez. Sit down, be humble. He's signed to Reebok. We always have this discussion on influencers and how important entertainers are to a brand. I'm really starting to reconsider my position of Kanye and all this other stuff, because when you have these influencers and they're sitting in these videos and the videos have 53 million and 56 million views, and he's wearing Nike Cortez instead of Reebok, it's not a good look. But I'd like to know what you guys think about that. Now, last thing, should you buy the flip? It's been a while since I had a shoe that I thought would do really well. The Uptempo Incognito. If you're a person that's looking at getting into flipping shoes, this is the shoe. Why? Because it's $160. Any shoe that comes in at that price point is going to be worth your time if you want to get it and turn a small tier 1 return on your investment. But I say just collect it because it's ridiculously dope. It's reflective around that air. And I mean, if you can get a pair of them, get a pair. But it's going to be a limited general release. They're not everywhere. So don't think you're going to be able to run out and get the shoes and be able to rock them. Now, real quick, I'm going over a little bit longer than I want to, but I have a list of how I sold men's Uptempos in every colorway that came out. Had a tier 1 return of about 28%. So you guys have to start looking at that kind of stuff if you're really thinking about it. But it's a dope shoe. That's it. Inside the Ties, episode 38. Appreciate you guys who are all subscribing. Got to do some card chronicles. But that's it. Appreciate you guys. Peace. Oh, subscribe and share the videos. They're good. Peace.